So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, we are BDI students and we have an assignment to interview people who already have an experience like in outside of Indonesia and have a culture shock or cultural differences. So, first of all, I want to introduce ourselves. So, my name is Fitma Indriyani, and my friends.
My name is Eska.
My name is Bel.
My name is Acil.
Okay, so that's why we are today to ask you some question. Maybe to start, we could start with the question. Maybe Rama could please share your experience with cultural differences or cultural shock, and where did Rama experience that?
Alright. Cultural shock or cultural differences. It's not merely experience of being encountered with the people from the foreign countries, but inside the country itself is also sometimes involved cultural shock, right? For example, I moved from Jawa Tengah, Central Java to Jakarta is already a cultural shock. Right? First time I experienced a cultural shock when I was on a plane, or I needed to take plane from Indonesia to the Philippines. I studied there in 1998 up to 2001. At that time, it was the first time for me to take flight, and it was shocking. I didn't know that they offer food, for example, and drink for free. I thought it was I had to pay, and it seemed that the stewardess understood the situation, my situation, and she said, "You don't have to pay." Okay. She read my question, and then it was a funny English usage that I learned that time. When they asked me, "What do you want to drink?" and I said, "White water." For air putih. And then I thought it was a correct expression. I did not really know English much. But after that, I learned something, especially I learned English, and then I laugh at myself. Then I arrived in the Philippines. I met some people over there. The cultural shock referred to the type of food I need to eat. They have plain type of food with only salt and vinegar and less ingredients such as turmeric, ginger, galinggil, laos, and so on. Some of them, especially those in Manila, were not really exposed to some kind of roots and herbs different from my past background, and that's the cultural shock. I need to adjust myself, my tongue, and the taste. And sometimes it's involved physical changes, because the food that we eat not only psychologically give us shock, but also give us physical shock. And then after that, I moved to Myanmar. It was in 2001. I was there for 5 years. It was also a cultural shock, but the cultural shock was merely because of the political environment. We were surrounded by armies, police, We could not move freely, and we need to take care of students. We talk very carefully about matters. For example, we cannot talk politics. We cannot criticize government. We cannot criticize the social condition. For example, poverty. We teach an objective materials, and that's all. That was political shock. But I enjoy in Myanmar of wearing sarong while teaching, because that's their
traditional.
custom. Yes, that's the traditional clothing and slippers. So we rarely wear the long pants and shoes. We wear sarong and
Slippers.
Very
So
enjoyable and cool. But the people help me so much because they are very friendly, generous, and they smile a lot, especially to foreigners. I do not know things. They help a lot. People in Myanmar is very kind and friendly. More tight societies, people in the United States today. I went there in 2007. It was strict yet kind of people with a distance. That they know boundaries so much, and they know that each person has their own privacy, and we cannot hate or we cannot trespass these boundaries. We have to respect like personal privacy. One shocking thing was that they do not really consider like personal experience. One day, I thought professor would consider our language limitation because we newly arrived there, and they said, "I don't care about your English, but I know your paper has a perfect English," and that's creates stress there. But I realized that's also good things for to learn that we cannot pity ourselves. We have to master whatever necessary for us to do. I think those experience of cultural shock is different angle and different matters in different situations.
And from the second question, maybe there's any challenge that you face with cultural differences?
Big challenges. First, my adaptability, my capability to adapt myself. Usually the matter is, it's the most difficult part is the physical adaptation. The psychological or emotional adaptability is quite easy actually, but physical one is something that we need adjust quite some time. We need time. For example, concerning food, we cannot just take it as easy as what we think. You can say, "Oh, it's healthy food," or whatever. I will just eat. No, we cannot. Taste is something different. You may imagine that mental or psychological shock is fearful or like heavier than physical shock. No, physical shock is for me is heavier and more difficult than psychological shock. Food and then weather. For example, in Myanmar, I stay in a very cold place, like 15 degrees. Almost that's daily base of the condition. It really need adjustment and vision. I need to listen to the advices of people in Myanmar how to deal with cold weather. For example, they said, it is important for you not to wear shock every time. Sometimes you have to take out the sock and walk barefoot. Why? Because at the time you will release the heat from your body. Otherwise, because it is cold and then we wear sock every time or every day, then the heat cannot come out. Sometimes it is very cold and we don't take bath. We take a bath only in the morning. Don't take a bath in the evening, because in the evening you will get heat into your body, but in the morning you should release it. So we need to take a bath in the morning to release the heat, and in the evening we do not take a bath because we collect the heat to warm our body. If we don't release heat from the body, then sometimes the lips become dry and then crack here. And the heel also is cracking and sometimes it's bleeding, and it's painful. You will suffer a lot if you stay in a very cold place and you get short lips here. Sometimes it's cracking. So I need to listen to the people, and it's really wisdom to learn how to survive, how to adjust myself in such kind of cold weather. Sometimes there is food that I don't like and I need to eat in order to survive in the cold weather. For example, lime. Lime. I do not know the reason, but we need to take lime. It's very sour, very sour. But they just cut the lime and then eat, and it's very sour. I cannot bear it, but I have to take it in order for the body to adjust. And if you dare or if you want, take that water from the leftover when you wash rice, drink it. I do not know what is the reason, but once you have that kind of water, the body, maybe the temperature gets normalized, and it's okay to stay in a cold weather. So we need to listen. We need to learn from the people around to overcome those kind of challenges. While psychological shock is easier to take care. It's depend on so much on our activity, and sometimes if we get busy already with the activities and then we forget that we really have problem. Most of the people that we encounter are usually friendly and helpful. But we have different personalities, but that's common. Even here in the same city or in the same village, we have people of different personalities, and it's quite normal. It's easier to adjust than the physical one.
For the next question, what insight did you gain from your experience and how did you adapt? And what strategies work best for you to overcome it?
I think listen to people.
Listen.
Yeah. It is always nice when you come to a new place or a new culture, get a friend, becoming friendly also, and humble ourselves. We eat what they eat. We dance if they dance, even though we do not know. Don't say, I don't know. But let's join them and they will teach us. I think listening to them, becoming friendly to them, eat what they eat, never complain about food, even if you don't like. At least orally, even if you don't like, try, just eat. even though we struggle a lot. Because sometimes food is also referred to their dignity. If we plain or we utter our dislike, especially concerning the the place they stay, it's kind of not disrespecting their pride. We have to cultivate their pride, let them be with themselves, and we are the one to listen to them and adjust as far as we can. I think for me, that's the best way to adjust with things.
Okay, thank you. And let's move on to the next questions. And I want to ask what strategies that Rono used to coping with cultural differences or cultural shock. And did you find language learning or cultural immersions technique or mental health is support can support or helpful to the coping the cultural shock?
Yeah, especially cultural differences. It's an insight, actually, an invitation for a new perspective and new paradigm. Once we notice something different with the culture, it is good and very joyful to go and learn from books, read some more book and information about their culture. This really gives explanation. It's give deepening our understanding about myself, my own culture, and in the same time, it's also a good way to understand their wisdom. It's really good. It's really good to learn new paradigms and from the cultural differences. Otherwise, we will learn only my own culture without getting excited by different culture. Will mental sport or mental health help me much? For me, maybe it's not kind of advice that I need, but friendship. Yeah. Sometimes I visited people, and the visit itself, their way accept me in their family, for example, it's already a healing. So it's good for me to oftentimes visit people when we are in a foreign country.
So I will ask the last questions. So could Romo share some practical tips for successful cultural adjustment, and what advice would you give for navigating social norms, understanding local customs, and building the relationship in a new environment?
First, I think principle, listen. Always listen. When we listen, we provide space for others to show their life, both culturally, which is sometimes also very rich, and their richness. Because when we do not listen, they also do not want to show us the precious culture they have. That's the first. The second, appreciate after listening them. Appreciate them. How to appreciate them? By enjoying what they offer us, and then sometimes oral expression is also useful to express our appreciation. I think finally we ourselves need to be happy in order to adjust with many differences. When we are happy with ourselves, they also will be happy with us to make friendship with us.
Thank you, Rama, for sharing with us. That was a wonderful new insight for us. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Maybe if we may ask, what you actually did?
Oh, in the Philippines, I studied at the time. I studied for 2.5 years. And then in Myanmar, I taught. I directed also a boarding house and handling an English school in Myanmar. We had students. It's kind of missionary work. And then in the United States, I studied and I took the English literature.
Maybe someday, yeah.
Someday. Yeah.
Also experience.
Sure you will. Sure you will.
Thank you.
Welcome. Have successful report.
This is actually for our midterm class.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
And then what will you do next week after the interview? You will make report
Yeah.
or analysis.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Rama.
You're welcome.